Hi all, Splatter Trigger here. This is my next installment of my leftover video game collection. I've sold off most of, well not most of it, bits and pieces over the years, and this is basically the remainder that I've been, as I keep saying, heading down memory lane and pulling these out of the boxes down in the garage and whatnot. So this is my Sega Dreamcast domestic and import collection, the leftovers. We're going to start off with Ready to Rumble boxing, case and game. Sorry about the glare. Sonic Adventure. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Egg Elemental Gimmick Gear. I think the only reason I actually bought this game was because Hudson put it out, and I have this fascination with Hudson from when I was a kid due to, you know, Adventure Island and a lot of the games that they put out on TurboGrafx, which was one of my favorite console systems of all time. We're going to move on down here. I'm going to start off with Record of Lotus War. Now in Japan, this is like basically a D&D board game, and they made video games and other media related products off this, like the animes and mangas. This is actually the only English version of Record Lotus War, a video game that came stateside. And this certain game for the Dreamcast is more like a Diablo dungeon crawler. Next we'll have Virtuon. These all have instructions, game and case. Shenmue. Skies of Arcadia. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. One of the greatest fighting games of all time, in my personal opinion, and pretty sure a lot of other people's. Very enjoyable. I can't tell you how insane this game was, especially with the characters and whatnot. Classic fighting game. Another classic fighter by Capcom, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Cannon Spike. Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage. Now, this isn't one of the greatest games of all time, I'll put it down like that, according to Screw Attack and whatnot. I actually rather enjoyed this game, and it's more so because I'm a huge fan of the anime and the manga. And I don't really watch anime, and I really don't read manga. Berserk is the only manga I actually read. But it's such an insane series. Even the anime and the manga together on their own. I have collected many figures from this series. I even have the PS2 Collector's Edition import of that game, which I can't even remember the title off the top of my head right now. But I absolutely love this series, so that's why this game is kind of dear to me, but maybe not so many other people, but I loved it. Now down to the bullet shooters. Mars Matrix. Gunbird 2. Giga Wing. Giga Wing 2. Capcom put out so many good games for the Dreamcast. And that's it for the domestic. Now on to the imports. There's only a couple. But mostly all my imports, except for Zero Gunner 2 here, where we're starting off with, is I had burned copies that I played. I think it was a Utopia boot disc it was called, that they allowed you to play the burned copies on. So excluding Zero Gunner 2 right here, the rest of these imports are all sealed. And just because I was such a little anal collector, Zero Gunner, I still have the plastic stickers, the side casing here. I slit the bottom open to slide it out. But Zero Gunner 2, classic psycho shooter. Cyvar 2, The Will to Fabricate. Sorry about the glare. Border Down Collector's Edition. I think it was the remix or whatnot. It's got the music CD with it. Still unopened for all these years. This was a hard game, but most of these bullet shooters are. And finally, the original Ikaruga. Done by Treasure nonetheless. If you haven't heard of Treasure, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. There it is. That's my leftover Dreamcast collection, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Take care.